Very good evening to you with Sports Night. I'm Damien Best. Well, the Windies have begun their defense of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. They're currently taking on Bangladesh in match number 3 on this, the opening day at Providence in Guyana. The Windies women lost the toss but have been asked to bat. And after the first over, they're 9 without loss. Live coverage is on MCTV's ESPN channel. Meantime, Harmanpreet Kaur became the first Indian woman to score a century in a T20 World Cup as she led the team to a 34-run victory over New Zealand in the opening fixture of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Playing at Providence earlier today, Indian women won the toss and elected to bat and posted a massive 194 for 5 in their 20 overs. Captain Kaur top scored with 103 from 51 deliveries, inclusive of 7 fours and 8 sixes. Jemima also added 59 from 45. Leah Tahu was the best bowler for the White Ferns with 2 for 18. Let's take a look at the highlights of that innings.
Crucial match in this pool game. Oh, not a lot of bounce. Bhatia gets a little tickle on it though, and that's going to run away. We're going to kick-start things with a boundary. Goes straight at the stumps and it's through her. Bhatia gets off to a flyer, but Tahuhu fights back and the White Ferns have their first. Goes short. That is in the area that Mundana likes, and that's a blinder. That's the way to start a World Cup.
Just outside the off stump. Oh, and work at number 3.
Now, she hasn't really caught this, has she? Has she got enough on it? Yes, she has.
Goes big and has the distance. That's it. What an innings. The first 50 in Women's World T20 2018.
Short of a length again. It does not matter today for Harmanpreet Kaur because they're going further and further here at Providence Stadium. Powerfully driven straight down the ground. Jensen can't get anything on it. It's nicely saved on the boundary line. And we might just have a look at Leah Tahuhu here as Jemima Rodrigues brings up her 50, the youngest ever Indian to bring up a 50 in T20 internationals. Kaur with some flight once again. Kaur down on one knee. Does she go all the way again? No, just short. Yes! A chance and taken there by Katie Martin behind the stumps. Goes again. It sounded so nice off the bat.
Round the wicket, she knows the moment, she knows it's an important thing for her and for her team. Harmanpreet Kaur has risen to the occasion, comes back for a comfortable 2 and completes the 3-figure mark.
Devine around the wicket goes wide. There is a shout for the court behind and it's given. And it will be a dot.
Well, in replay, New Zealand women got up to 164 9 in their 20 overs to fall short by 34 runs. Susie Bates, the captain, led from the front, scoring 67 from 50 with 8 fours in her innings. Delan took 3 for 26, while Poonam Yadav took 3 for 33 to halt the White Ferns' charge. And in the other game played today, Australia women defeated Pakistan women by 52 runs. Scores in that match, Australia 165 for 5, Pakistan 113 for 8. Barbados had to share the spoils with Suriname and Haiti when the Barbados Independence Invitational Games wrestling competition was completed recently at Pirates Cove. In the 75-kilogram section of the men's freestyle, Barbados had a clean sweep of all the podium positions, but had mixed results from the 80 kg to 100 kg sections. Here's a look at a few of the performances. Beach wrestling, part of the big games. Simple rules. First person to 3 points wins the matchup. Barbados represented here by Francois Torres in the long black pants, taking on Anthony Joseph of Trinidad and Tobago in the 87-kilogram final of the men's open competition. Both athletes here trying to feel each other out. Francois about to be muscled over the boundary, but reverses the roll with a counter move, and that's a point on the push-out. Joseph behind the 8 ball and hoping to draw level, has a bit of wrist control, but Francois is standing tall. Joseph, well, he had enough, goes to work on the legs, aiming for the takedown, drives him into the ground, and the ref says that's a point. Joseph makes it 1-1. Halfway through the 3-minute round, somehow Joseph has a mental lapse, burst of energy from Francois. I'm nicknaming that the flying fish, locking the arms and driving his opponent into the sand. Worth 1 point, as only one shoulder hit the sand. Francois now up to 1, facing the prospect of defeat with less than a minute on the clock. Joseph takes advantage of a slip-up from Francois, and that is worth a point. We're tied at 2-2. Both wrestlers now fatigued. Make or break time with 20 seconds to go. Watch out, Mr. Cameraman. Francois digging deep, and out goes Joseph. Francois taking the top spot for Barbados in the 87 kilogram weight class. Up next, the 96 kilogram section, Hassan Castelli of Haiti in the white vest versus Ruben Wilcher of Barbados. Wilcher eager to gain control. Castelli with the underhook, but both athletes end up crossing the boundary. Referee says Castelli had more control and the point is awarded. Well, you can look at Castelli and see he had more mass in the upper body, which made it difficult for Wilcher to gain leverage. Castelli with another takedown, and he's up 2-0. It was just a matter of seconds after the restart, and Castelli would send Wilcher backpedaling and out of the circle to cement the win in this category for Haiti. 3-0 against Wilcher of Barbados. Wilcher settling for second position. On to the 100 kilogram showdown between Marciano Shang of Suriname and Rico Hurley of Barbados in the black trunks. Hurley locked in, looking to snap the head of Shang down and gain the advantage. The ref agrees. That's worth 1 point. Hurley's tactics were paying dividends at this stage. Shang in the driver's seat here, but only for a split second. The hip toss from Hurley is well executed. He's up 2-0. This surely must mean victory for Hurley. Well, Shang had other ideas. Hurley losing his bearings, and Shang puts him on the bike over the boundary for the point. It's now 2-1. Well, this was one of those strange moments in the matchup. Hurley going down after the push-out from Shang, but initially the referee gave the point to Hurley, which meant he secured the win. But after a consultation at the scorer's table, Shang was rightfully awarded the point. So it meant the scores were now locked at 2-2. For Hurley, he doesn't have a stable base to stand on initially, and Shang using his opponent's momentum. Easy like that. Hurley and the title through the window. Shang of Suriname taking the victory, 3-2 on points in the 100 kilogram category. Meanwhile, Eric Lashley and Ashley Weeks finished top of the podium at the annual Aquathon at Pirates Cove recently, also part of the big games. Competing in the Girls Open of the Run and Swim event, Weeks stopped the clock in 21 minutes 50 seconds ahead of second place Emily Baker in 22 minutes 43 seconds and third place Kayla Renwick 23 minutes 7 seconds. Meanwhile, in the Open men's section, it was a keen battle between Eric Lashley and Neil Skinner. In the end, Lashley would finish ahead of Skinner in a time of 18 minutes 19 seconds. Skinner was close second with a time of 18 minutes 28 seconds, and Christopher Pollard third in 19 minutes 17 seconds. Then in the under 13 girls section, Heidi Baker was first, followed by Daria Cleofus and Abby Morjani in third. In the under 13 boys, Kane Banfield topped the entries. Second was Matthew DaCosta Hines, and third, Brennan Watson. Time for an update here on Sports Night in that ongoing Women's T20 World Cup match where the Windies have moved on to 14-1 after 2 overs against Bangladesh. DeAndre Doughton is on 8 while Hayley Matthews is the batter out for 6. The 17th edition of the Harrows Barbados Darts Festival is set to get underway tonight from 8 o'clock at Solidarity House. Once again this year, the tournament is expected to have a record number of competitors from across the world competing in various categories. CBC's Akeem Plinkett reports.
The competition, which has been held in Barbados from the inception, will see contestants from the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Guyana and Barbados. This year's contest will see over 150 competitors rivaling in 6 categories in 3 days. Organizer of the tournament, Michael Hill, says this year the organizing committee is bringing back a popular category which shall have the contestants excited.
This year again, what we've done is we're introducing, it's been done in the past, but it's getting bigger and bigger. We run what we call a mixed nations pairs events, both for ladies and men. And what we do, we team up, blind draw from a hat, people from the Caribbean and South America with someone from the UK, USA and Canada. And that really makes good fun darts, and they can learn, people can learn from each other. And that's become a very important and popular part of the event, and unique in fact to a tournament like this.
Hill also says a tournament like this will offer extra benefits to the local players, giving them exposure to how international competitors prepare and execute.
This will expose the Barbados and the other Caribbean darts players with a level of opposition that they never encounter, probably only once a year. But you've got 3 good days of competitive darts. And the other great thing about the people that come here, they're very happy to share their expertise. And not only do they share their expertise on training techniques, they've donated darts, they've donated darts equipment to the Barbados Darts Association members. And so everyone wins.
One defending champ is back, women's singles queen Kimbella Roselle of Canada. She's looking forward to an exciting 3 days.
Really just having fun, meeting new people. You know, we're all there playing the best that we absolutely can, but you know, it's really important to create new relationships and see people that you've seen last year, but more than anything is to have fun. Winning is the added bonus for sure, but that's not at the top of my mind. You know, you really want to just be able to get there, take part in it, and sharing the memories of it.
Akeem Plinkett, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Akeem. Well, the Simply Tennis organization, in conjunction with the Barbados Tennis Association, is launching a tennis outreach program tomorrow for children between the ages of 4 to 16. The program has been created to give children from all backgrounds the chance to be involved with the sport. Barbados' #1 player, Darian King, was discovered from activities like this one, and director Roger Miller says the aim is to uncover hidden talents. Miller also said there are many benefits for juniors in tennis, and widening the group of players can only augur well for the sport in Barbados.
One of the things which we want to highlight, which a lot of people don't realize, at a junior level, tennis is a vehicle that can achieve an education for your kids. After you go into a tennis program and go through the ranks of playing junior tournaments and so on, by the time you finish your CXCs, etc., you should be able to achieve a $400,000 to $600,000 US scholarship to go and further your education. So that bridges the gap in terms of the benefits from the physical activity, as well as being able to get an education out of the sport.
Advisor to junior tennis in Barbados, Craig Smith, says the sport was a lot more active in the past, and realizing that the program was brought into fruition. The outreach will be held on Saturdays beginning tomorrow at the tennis center. Smith said while there are big plans in the future for the program, they're focusing on the basics.
A lot of the schools originally had tennis programs, but over time, lack of coaching and lack of interest. Arson College in my day, Lord School, all of them had advanced tennis programs, which they don't have. St. Michael's also as well had an advanced tennis program. No, they don't. So we see the need to try and get all the children to one central facility so we can help to bring tennis back in the schools. I don't know, we haven't really liaised with the National Sports Council to see what they're doing on their level, which is something I think that we need to do if we're going to help to push tennis in Barbados again. But in my day, tennis is a lot more vibrant than it is now, especially at the primary and secondary school level. Garrison School had courts as well, but right now there's a lack of that, and that's something that we're trying to bring back to tennis.